Hello, everyone. It's great to see you and be with you again. And just wanted to bring you a quick update on how things are going for Restoration Church. And good news, we are looking at and planning on being back to our Sunday services and gatherings this Sunday. We want to welcome you back to that May 17th and invite you to come and join us live. Of course, we were so excited to hear the governor's announcement and just the opportunity we have to start doing larger gatherings again. And he's still asking that we follow social distancing rules and guidelines, and I'll lay out kind of what we're going to do for the church. But let me just say that we are really excited to be able to open this back up again. With that, let me just go over kind of the whole process for us. And we really felt like as a church that God had been shifting some things for us in May. And earlier we had been doing pre-recorded services, which was kind of fun. It was fun to be able to do a couple of services back to back and have those things lined out and be sitting at home watching the service along with all of you. But starting in May, we felt like God was shifting something spiritually for us. And so we moved back into the sanctuary on Sunday morning. We brought our worship team and just a few pastoral staff together to do the services. And so we've been doing that the last 2 weeks, and we really feel like we're poised and ready to move forward with live services. And so this news did not come as a complete shock or surprise. We were really excited to hear this, and we're prepared to be able to create a safe space for us to gather together in larger settings. So with that, let me just say that there's been a lot of buzzwords moving around right now about how churches need to reopen and all of those kind of things. Let me just say, we never felt like we closed. We as a church did not close because you can't close the church. So this is not a reopening for us. It's a regathering. We're coming back together on a Sunday morning for Sunday services, but the church has always been more than Sunday services. And at no point did they forbid us from preaching the gospel. And we feel like from the beginning of this, we have continued to preach the gospel and get that out to our congregation. So we're thankful that we get to open our doors to larger gatherings. But really, we still believe that God has been doing a deep work among us as a church during this time. And so every part of this, God's in the midst of it, and he's bringing about to where we're able to move forward now. So this Sunday, here's what we're asking for you to do if you decide to come and join us. We are going to still ask that you follow these guidelines of social distancing. And so even in our sanctuary, we have the ability to move our chairs around. So we're going to do that. We're going to create the space of 6 feet between family groups, and we're going to have our ushers and greeters available to help move chairs and to get people set where they need to be. I just need you to know our staff, as they come in closer contact with you, will be wearing masks. And so don't let that bother you. We're doing that because that's part of what we've been asked to do, and we're happy to do that. And so our prayer team, our ushers, our greeters, they'll all have masks on, but are ready and willing to help you kind of figure out what's going on as you come in the doors. We're also still going to be able to do communion, but we're going to have those elements set up outside of the sanctuary as you come in. They're all pre-packaged, and so you just grab one of those, and then during the worship time, you'll be able to do that and receive communion together with your family. And so we're excited just to be able to worship together once again. Also, we are still asking that we follow a strict no contact policy. I know you want to give hugs and you want to shake hands and greet and meet people and all of that, but we're still asking that you refrain from doing that. So a wave or an air five would be spectacular. So please follow those guidelines, and just not a lot of hanging around. I know it's going to be fun to see people, but not a lot of hanging out and hanging out in the parking lot, hanging out in the lobby. We want you to be able to say hi to people, but we also want to keep things moving in respect and honor of what the governor is asking us to do. And let me just encourage you, don't be the kid that gets the whole class in trouble, okay? Don't be the kid that says, I don't care about any of that stuff, I'm just gonna do what I wanna do. Listen, we really feel like God is giving us an opportunity here to gather together again, and we're excited about that. But let's be respectful of each other and respectful of even what the governor is asking for. So that's kind of what's gonna roll out. I do need to let you know that this Sunday we are not quite prepared to start our children's ministry back up. We're still working out a few kinks there. and trying to get that going. So if you come this Sunday, you will have to keep your children with you in the service. Now, because of that, we're going to still try and keep our service to an hour, and so it won't be overwhelming for the kids, but I would encourage you, bring something for them to do, to color on or play with or whatever during that time. And this is really important. They need to stay with you at all times. This is not a time for them to run around the building with all their friends. So if you come, please keep your children near you during this time. Next week, we're hoping to have our children's ministry up and going, and we'll be able to do that, and we'll let you know a little bit more about that. And Wednesday night, we're hoping to start Kingdom Kids and Youth back up, and so look forward to that. That'll be on the 20th. So with that, the only other thing I need to mention is that we will not have miles open at this time, and we're not going to set out a bunch of snacks or anything like that because they've been very clear about that. So that's kind of the guidelines if you choose to come this Sunday. Now, with that, let me just say that this is a season for us to be extending grace and kindness and patience to one another. And we would ask for that in return. We're figuring this out along with you. And so I'm not completely sure how it's all going to go yet. We're working that out, and we're together in this. And so please be patient. Be patient with us. Be patient with one another. And let's not use this as a season to compare and judge. And so don't judge others based on, if you would like to wear a mask, we encourage you to do that. If you don't want to, that's okay. But we do ask you to keep those distances in place. So that being said then, don't judge other people based on what they're doing. They may do things differently. They may think differently. Maybe not everyone is ready to come out yet. That's okay. Maybe not every church is going to open up. That's okay. Okay, let's not compare. Let's not judge. Let's make room for each one to make the best decisions that they can. And so if that's you and you're comfortable watching from home, we encourage you to keep doing that. Or if you're just not quite ready to get back out into the public setting yet, then please stay home. We're going to continue to stream, and we're going to continue to put a big focus on that. And so even what we're doing with the cameras and just keeping it close and a close experience, we're going to continue to do that. And so if you choose to stay home, we would encourage that. If you're not quite ready to bring your kids in and manage them for a service yet, then stay home. And if you're enjoying the time with your family or watching in your pajamas, then stay home for another couple weeks. Let us get this figured out and give us some time to work out the kinks. And so if you are comfortable staying home and still watching from home, then we would encourage you to do that. But we are going to open our services this Sunday and would encourage you or invite you rather to join us if that is what you would like to do. So with that, let me just read this verse to you, and I really feel that this is applicable, and then we'll end this time together. 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 15, it says, "Make sure that nobody pays back wrong for wrong, but always strive to do what is good for each other and for everyone else." And that's really what we're in right now. Make sure that we strive to do what is best for others and for one another. And so I would encourage you to live by that. And then he says, "Rejoice always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances." Come on, some of you need to work on that. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. "Do not quench the spirit, do not treat prophecies with contempt, but test them all. Hold on to what is good, reject every kind of evil." And verse 23, "May God himself, the God of peace, sanctify you through and through. May your whole spirit, soul, and body be kept blameless at the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. The one who calls you is faithful, and he will do it." And so let me just encourage you. Our heart and our desire is for all of those things. God cares about your spirit, your soul, your body. And even in this time where physical considerations are very important, we encourage you. God is at work to sanctify us through and through. And it says that he started it and he'll finish it. So the work he's doing in your life is just going to continue. So we hope that you will be able to seek God on what you need to be doing for you and your family. We will be opening our doors Sunday. We would love to see you, but we would also just encourage some of you to go ahead and keep watching from home and watching online. And we are the church together, all of us together in what God is doing in our community. And so we're looking forward to what he has ahead for us. So be blessed, and we'll see you soon.